Nganou hydrates overnight to just gargantuan size.
Would you think he cut weight to get down to 257?
Well, I bet he weighs 270 now. It looks like he weighs 270.
So he probably, to avoid missing the weight, just doesn't eat a little bit.
Doesn't eat a little bit, yeah. You know, he's not as full of fluid, but he looks way bigger.
Looked like perhaps a connection over the top with an elbow by Gane.
Francis just can't load up. If he starts loading up too much, it'll fatigue him.
Now this is where Gane excels. This is where he excels.
Watch those fingers. Fingers up.
Distance.
Good body shot. Oh, maybe it was on the groin, but the action continues.
And Francis is staying on top of it.
Pretty good short power shots from Nganou.
Good movement. Good movement by Gane, though. Avoided a lot of big stuff.
I'm very surprised Gane hasn't thrown any leg kicks yet. And Francis is wearing the knee sleeves. That's such a massive part of his game anyways.
Spinning kick to the body lands for Gane. Knee to the body gets through for Gane. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here, round one.
Francis literally just walks you down. But Cyril's doing a good job of moving, and if you've seen him, he's only 10 fights in. But he's gone 5 rounds twice, and he's moved as effectively in round 5 as he has in round 1. So it'll be on Francis to do more what he just did. Throw kicks to try to slow Cyril Gane down.
Remarkably, the last time the undisputed heavyweight title was on the line, it was at the Apex last March in that 25-foot octagon. A lot more real estate tonight.
That's a big difference. Big difference for Francis in terms of closing the distance. He's had a couple of big fights there.
Yep.
The Rosenstrike fight.
Francis potentially trying to take Gane now. Down, perhaps not.
And honestly, like, this is good for Cyril. Because this is unfamiliar for Francis. This is not what he's used to doing.
Nice knee to the body there by Francis. And then Cyril reverses it.
And that's why we always speak to the power of Francis. If you're standing and you're 4 minutes into a round, you're excited. Because he usually puts people out.
Look for the elbows off the break from Cyril Gane. He's excellent at those. He might even try to spin with that right elbow if he can get that right arm free. Or excuse me, yeah. He might try to spin with the left elbow, rather.
Well, Francis is holding Cyril's left wrist, keeping him in close. He was reaching across, trying to limit what Gane could do with his offhand. Francis seems to be breathing a bit heavy.
A lot of work here. A lot of work. Kick to the body.
Numbers fairly even in round one. Slight advantage on the significant strikes for Cyril Gane.
Grab a seat, Bubba. Give me 3 big deep breaths, please. Good. One more. Good. All right, so we got an idea what they're looking to do, right? They're going to try to make us pummel. They're going to try to shoot some level changes on us. I need that cross. I need that double jab. No chasing them on the cage. Reset, drop your butt a ½ inch, and throw your levels. What do you got, Coach?
Francis, straight punches, then uppercuts. Every time you punch, he's getting frantic and low. Uppercut will land. Don't look for power, just let it go. Straight punches and uppercuts if you get on the inside.
That's it. Keep touching. Keep touching. Hey, give me a little bounce. Give me a little bounce when you stand up. Let's go. Little bounce. Little bounce, Bubba. Let's go.
No hand speed, not both.
Given his genetic bandwidth, right, every time he throws anything, there's energy expenditure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
one thing to take into consideration is if Francis has a knee injury, what kind of training was he able to do? Like, what is his condition suffer because he wasn't able to go hard?
Yeah. I thought the corner advice for Francis was actually perfect. Telling him to change the target. Because every time Francis goes to throw, Gane almost dips his head down to avoid the big power shots. So if he throws those shots at the tattoo, Gane will go down into one of those big shots that's coming his way.
Push kick to the lead leg of Gane from Francis.
Front leg side kick.
This is what you were talking about, Joe.
Yeah.
That side stance. Especially against a guy like Francis that isn't kicking very much.
Right. It's very awkward, and he'll throw a twisting front kick from this as well. He'll throw side kicks. He'll throw that round kick very lightly. Look, he's not even just touching you. And he's content to do that. He's fine with winning by points.
Yeah, because he doesn't fatigue.
Right.
And if it looks pretty, then Cyril Gane feels good.
Yeah, he's not a guy that will go for the kill unless it's there. Like the Volkov fight. He just beat him by unanimous decision. It's like now we're settling into a much more Cyril Gane style fight.
Yes.
He's staying on the outside. He's not being pressured like he was in that first round.
Well, I think energy conservation starts for Francis.
Yes.
Right? He has to slow it down a little bit, and that honestly speaks to his development as a fighter. Just understanding that he can't try to throw everything to end the fight.
He got caught.
Yeah, he did. But the one thing we know about Francis, he can take a shot. He took a lot of big shots from Stipe Miocic over the course of their 2 fights.
Yep. And Ngannou's never been finished. 20th pro fight tonight. Gane having his way at range, and Ngannou very flat-footed here, round 2.
Keep it here, Bubba. That's our real estate. Keep it here, Bubba.
Big whiff from Ngannou.
And that's one of the things when you have that power. You believe in it so much that you understand that if you can get one off, you can put somebody to sleep, but then it may limit you staying active enough to find that shot, especially against a guy like Cyril, who is so smart in there. There it is. Almost one there for Ngannou.
Body kick starting to add up for Gane.
Halfway.
Look how casual he is.
Man.
Wheel kick.
Spinning wheel kick connects for Gane.
When was the last time we saw a heavyweight ever do something? Oh, yeah.
Dos Santos.
No, Big Boy.
Yeah.
Huggy Bear,
that's
do you-
right.
Barnett.
That's
We almost
right.
forgot about Barnett.
That's
Big
right.
Boy did that.
Oh my God, did he do it? I forgot about that for a second. That was amazing.
There you go. Side to side.
You can hear the crowd. They're a little restless because they want to see Francis's power on display. But right now, as he's done on so many occasions, Cyril's kind of got him guessing. Now, this is good for Francis. He's got to throw more kicks.
Eyes level, here.
Because right now he's having a tough time finding Gane with his hands.
Check, reload. Check.
Now, one thing Gane isn't doing that he normally throws, a lot more body kicks. I don't know if he feels the danger in kicking that roundhouse to the body because of what's coming back in his direction, but that's one of his best weapons.
Keep touching, Bubba.
You hear his corner telling him, keep touching him, keep touching him. They want Francis to just be active with his strikes. Big power in that.
Yep, just under that elbow of Cyril Gane. Gane 12 of 19 unofficially to the body thus far. He's worked the lower half well.
Keep touching, Bubba.
He just keeps making him miss. He's making Francis miss. Ooh, there it is. That's what Dewey Cooper asked for. He goes, when he comes in, throw the uppercut. He's dipping. He's panicking whenever you attack him.
Gane playing on the outside here late in round 2. little bit of a pedestrian start. Round 3 coming up.
And here's a beautiful front kick. A nice jab. Good exchange here. Right hand over the top. There pops him with the jab from the right side. And here's the wheel kick. I mean, just grazed the head. Bounced off the shoulder on the way in.
C'est quand tu vas rentrer un gros high kick, un gros middle kick, ensuite les bras vont passer. Il faut que tu me fasses déjà mal avec ça.
You have to hurt him with that.
Reprends encore un peu. Reprends un peu.
Drink some water.
Il faut que tu montes en température. Là, si tu montes en
You have to feel the temperature.
Tu laisses ici. Ok, monte encore. Si tu laisses qu'il travaille l'avance,
move up. Go ahead.
Distribue à mort.
Own the glory with UFC Strike Video NFTs. The first drop tomorrow, January 23rd at 11 a.m. Pacific. Sign up today at UFCstrike.com. Round 3 in this UFC heavyweight title unification bout. Francis Ngannou in the black and gold, Ciryl Gane in the blue with gold trim.
We heard Ciryl Gane's corner asking them to kick his legs.
Francis is going to have to take some chances. He's got to take some chances on a thing that he has done so many times over the course of his career. Know that you can't take his and he can take yours. But he's got to take some chances here. Because right now, at this fight, this is where Ciryl Gane lives. And he can do this all night long. Oof.
Ngannou did land an uppercut a moment ago, but whiffed badly on that left hand.
Part of the knockout story for Ciryl Gane was that they were supposed to be working light, and Francis went a little hard.
Right.
So he wanted to do this, like
knockout story in training, you mean?
He said he knocked him out in training.
Yeah.
That's what Francis said.
By Francis Ngannou. That's enormous. Into side control.
That was huge.
That got the crowd going. Minute into round 3.
Francis caught the leg and just exploded into Ciryl and body slammed him. I mean, there is no other way to explain what we just saw than Francis Ngannou body slamming a power slam like Big Van Vader on Ciryl Gane.
And this is a visual we haven't seen in the octagon. Ciryl Gane competing off of his back.
Right, with Francis on top, inside control. Let's see what kind of positioning skills he has here, whether or not he can hold this.
Well, Cyril's starting to dig underhook on the right side.
Cyril's also lifting up his knees and getting them into play.
But we've seen Cyril submit people, right?
Yes.
We haven't seen Francis do much of this. He's got him flattened out. Francis is going to just start throwing here. Oh my goodness.
Francis got the
Oh my goodness. Francis is doing jiu-jitsu.
And he's doing it well.
Yeah, he's doing really good. Oh, but now he's going to get himself reversed.
Nope, back up to his feet. Interesting.
4 wins by submission for Francis Ngannou coming in, including a Kimura, I believe, in the UFC back in the day.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice Kimura. He said he learned it in the locker room before he went out there. You remember? He's like, they taught me this in the back. Who does it? Just go out there and do it.
Seemed like maybe an awkward landing there for Ciryl Gane.
Look at that. Beautiful by Francis. Beautiful adjustment.
That was a wizard kick by Francis. That's a judo throw. Ciryl tried to duck under, but Francis was able to keep him back in front of him. But this is a grueling round. This round is grueling. It's taxing
for both men.
For both men.
But unfortunately for Francis, even though he had him in side control, he didn't really get off any big shots in there. A little bit when he had his back.
Yeah.
He got a couple off. Oh! There's that spinning elbow we were talking about earlier. He does that off the break.
Under 90 seconds, round 3. Ngannou with some big misses tonight.
Yeah, he is. Well, that you kind of anticipated that, right? Because we've seen everybody fight Gane missed that big.
Didn't miss there.
But now Francis is tired. His hands are low. He's kind of loading up on his strikes.
His hands are moving, in fact, slower, too.
Yeah.
They're from all the grappling.
It's all the grappling. He's just not used to really doing that in the fight. Last time we saw him have to grapple that much was the first Miocic's fight.
Gane landing at a 61% clip on his significant strikes thus far.
Great kick there. Yep, great kick there by the champion. Francis goes for another shot. Gets to a double. Nice takedown there.
Kimura, bad.
He's on the wrong side though. He's got to get his hips out. Great job by Francis Ngannou. Got to a double leg and put him down.
Incredible. Right in front of us.
Couple big takedowns this round for Francis Ngannou now, keeping that weight on top of Ciryl Gane.
And that's something we never anticipated. Francis being the one securing takedown.
That's a big round for Francis.
Yes, it is. Confidence building round for the champion. Right here you see Francis catch the leg, and look at it, just power slam. I mean, you love that. You gotta love that. High impact. I mean, this is a finishing move. That's the 1, 2, 3. He goes wizard kick here, trying to step across. Gane does a good job of staying in front of him. Then he tries to duck him. Francis just faces. And then show me the double leg.
You took him down, and now he's worried about it. So if you want to go back to that or set up your overhand, I need it off your level change. What do you got?
Mike Tyson head movements down his side. Keep using that jab, champion. Straight punches and uppercuts will be there.
Hey, get low. Let's go some fun, baby. Let's go, baby.
Look at this. Look at Ngannou. Throws the body shot, and then level change to the double. Gets the hands locked. I mean, come on, man. We've never seen this part of Francis Ngannou's game.
All right, round 4 is here. It's brought to you by Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0, the official electric trimmer of UFC. Visit manscaped.com now. Dean Thomas, what do you have?
I tell you what, right now, the corner work from Ngannou has just been brilliant, and they're telling him all the right things to do. You know, move your head side to side, straight punches and uppercuts. But the reality is he has to be able to execute now. The longer this fight goes, he's getting tired. So it's a matter of execution because they're telling him exactly the right things to do.
I wonder if as we get into round 4 and 5, if the power threat isn't as severe. Because generally when you're fighting a guy like this, it's the first 7, 8 minutes where you're really concerned about them putting your lights out. And we're in minute 16 now. I wonder if Cyril's going to take more chances.
And that might actually also be why Francis has resorted to grappling. Because he can still do that even though his hands aren't moving as fast.
Certainly a nice adjustment by Ngannou in round 3. Inside leg kick for Gane. Now sticks the jab.
There haven't been a lot of big moments for Gane.
That's true.
He's just been chipping away at Francis. He hasn't landed anything big, right? He landed a nice combination in round 2, and then he landed a spinning elbow.
Oh, that was a good turning side kick to the body. Spun away from it.
A lot of it's been this stuff. Little touching outside kick.
But I gotta wonder how the judges.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, how do you score that? When they're just kind of slapping the leg with the kick.
It's not hurting him. Like that hurts, right?
Yeah, high kick around the neck for Gane.
But then that last one, he just touches him. I mean, does that count for anything?
Good body kick from Ngannou allows him to get hands clasped behind the back of Gane.
Francis got 2 underhooks here. He's got the bear hug. Stepping in front with the left leg. It's the right thing to do. If he's going to try to take him forward. But Cyril tries to face him. Now Francis can take him backwards.
Beautiful.
Another takedown for Francis Ngannou. That is 3.
That's got to be his record for takedowns right there.
That is.
I think 1 is his record. He's so strong. It's crazy to watch.
Nganou has never won a fight by decision. 16 wins, all of them finishes.
And Ciryl Gane's doing his level best to hold on to the wrist of Francis.
Can't let that right hand go.
More takedowns in this fight for Nganou than in his previous 13 UFC starts combined. 2 minutes to go in round 4. Tide's starting to turn a little bit.
And based on takedowns, I mean, we would have never imagined that Ciryl was fighting so well in round 1 and 2, and Francis changes the way the fight is being fought by taking him down multiple times.
And even in round 1, Nganou thought about the takedown.
Yeah.
Cyryl's looking for that Kimura again. Doesn't have it. Francis is on top now, though. Almost in mount. Almost in mount. He's going to slide those hips up, secure the upper body. Oh, good job by Ciryl of engaging and getting back to half guard. But Francis is so strong.
But even this, right, Joe, this is for Gane, unfamiliar.
Yes.
He's not used to this. As John said before this fight, he had never been taken down. So now he's been on his back for minutes and minutes. He's got to be so exhausted.
1 minute to go in round 4. Already north of 3 minutes of ground control time and counting for Nganou.
See, the thing is, if Francis opens up to try to land strikes, it gives Ciryl the opportunity to get back up. Nice knee in the chest. Good job.
Shades of Silva versus Sonnen back in the day.
Make sure it's on the chest.
And again, Ciryl Gane doing a really good job of wrist control. Francis is going around behind him. Amazing.
We talked a lot about the movement and cardio of Ciryl Gane. You want to attack it, this is how you do it.
Yes.
We just didn't know that Francis possessed an ability to fight this fight, to give himself a chance going into round 5.
Not only that, we never thought we'd see him try it.
Crazy.
Perhaps down 2-0 at one point. Big round.
C'est possible. Sans les coups. Sans les coups.
Winning this round wins this fight. Come forward, head movement, straight punches.
Look at me. This is you, kid. Let's go. Pull it up.
5 minutes, champion.
Man has had a tale of 2 corners right there. Not much in terms of appreciable advice from Fernando Lopez. Perhaps something got lost in translation.
Now he's just telling him, you can't lose this fight. But the reality is, if he gets taken down again, he will lose this fight. And this is 2-2 going into round 5, at least in my opinion.
And even back in the day in 2018 when Francis Ngannou first challenged Stipe Miocic for the title, a night on which he didn't recognize himself, still went the full 25. And looking like we might go the distance here tonight as well. Live odds, Ngannou near 3-1 favorite, that's telling.
A little lead elbow there by Gane. Woo! And it really isn't, the danger has really subsided. You can see it. You can see Francis's punches coming now. So if you're Ciryl Gane, you got to take chances if you hope to get this victory. Because if Francis gets close, he's going to just use his power and explosiveness to take him down.
Combination from Gane, backed Ngannou up.
Ciryl definitely seems to be the faster one, too.
Takedown for Gane. Let's see if Ngannou accepts being on his back. Yes, he is. That is a tell.
Yes.
Because when he fought Miocic, he was far too willing to lay on his back. Oh, there he is. He's got the underhook. That's the difference in Francis Ngannou today opposed to the guy in 2018.
Trying to leverage a hip, but Gane able to get him back on his back, sort of here.
Who'd have ever
It looked like he was about to try a triangle.
Yeah, it looked like
it looks like he was about to try a triangle. Mick Maynard's over here laughing like, oh!
Leg attack.
But that makes no sense. That makes no sense for Cyril Gane.
Well, he hit it off before.
Yes.
He probably thought he could get it.
But that's
a huge mistake.
That is a fight IQ issue there for Cyril Gane.
Huge mistake.
Oh, he got to move it.
He's got it again, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Francis is in real trouble. This is real bad.
There he is. Well, but now Gane needs to try to use this to sweep. Still attacking the leg lock.
It's past the knee line.
Yeah, he doesn't have it.
It's okay here.
Francis is fine here. But if you're Gane, you got to try to use this. You got to try to use this to get back on top.
Yeah, but Gane is adjusting. Oh, now Francis has got his back.
And Cyril Gane's hurt. Ciril's exhausted.
No doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
He has had to grapple more in this fight than he ever has.
Mount. Uh-oh.
Oh, my goodness, Francis is about to mount him and get to the arm triangle position. I mean, very impressive by the champion to recognize. I mean, honestly, it was Cyril Gane trying the leg lock that started this. He was in full top control.
Yes.
Nganou does need to land something, though, right? He does have top position, but he hasn't done anything damaging.
But there's a minute 35, and he can maintain this position.
In most instances, right?
Yeah.
He's getting anxious.
Well, especially because he's in half guard, right? Francis looking for a guillotine, perhaps.
Gane is doing the right thing by building up into the half guard, but he's not creating enough of an angle. Half guard sweep ain't gonna get it done. Francis's base is too heavy.
Under a minute to decide the heavyweight championship. And wouldn't that be something if Francis Ngannou leaned on his wrestling and grappling to successfully defend his title?
It absolutely feels that way. It feels like that is what's going to be what keeps him his championship as we get into the end. Now, I may be putting too much value in the top control without not much being done. But, I mean, Francis spent the last 2.5 minutes on top.
Yes. I mean, he's going to try to use the handcuffs, put his hand behind his back. He's still maintaining top position. I mean, he really hasn't done much damage, but this is a long time for top control. Much more than Cyril Gane has had.
Final 10 seconds. And it looks as though Ngannou will end the fight in a relatively dominant position. Incredible. What a rally from Ngannou after a tough start. He goes the full 25 with Cyril Gane, and perhaps Ngannou will finally win a fight by decision. A seemingly dejected Cyril Gane back to the blue corner. Will he see his O go tonight? Our fight replay is brought to you by Sweet Sweat. Meet your motivation.
Here's a front kick to the chest, partially deflected by Cyril Gane. There's a jab behind it, and Francis with a kick to the body. There's a jab by Cyril. And here's that wheel kick attempt. Kind of bounced off the shoulder on the way in and glanced off the head. And here's the big slam. When Cyril goes to throw this kick, Francis catches that leg and just slams all 247 pounds of him to the mat. And here's Francis attempting and executing a double leg. Amazing. Jab by Cyril Gane. And there's that spinning back kick to the body, sort of glanced off the gut. And here's another takedown by Francis. Now, this is the takedown by Cyril. I mean, what an amazing opportunity. He was in a great position, but went for a leg lock and got reversed.
I think also that speaks to having 10 fights in your professional career. You know, I don't know what the decision is going to be, but ultimately, if this goes to Francis Ngannou, they will look back on this as just a massive mistake by Cyril Gane to try a leg lock from the top position in round 5 of a fight that seemed to be 2-2.
And it seems like a lot of the fan base was looking for this long-form visual evidence of Francis Ngannou's improvement, and that's not always going to happen given the power. But clearly you saw tonight all the work that they've been doing, a lot of questions answered for the UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. Will he stay that way? One final time tonight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed